You ever texted a girl a paragraph and she replied with LOL or haha yeah? And then you sit there staring at your phone like, bro, what just happened? I just wrote a whole essay. I gave her context, emotion, a question, a follow-up, and she comes back with 3 letters. Meanwhile, that one dude who replied with true got a voice note back, 3 minutes long. What is going on? Here's the thing nobody tells you. Most guys think attraction is built by giving more words, more effort, more attention, more availability. But that's not how it works. Attraction isn't built by filling space. It's built by creating it. And once you understand that, everything changes. Not just with women, with how you carry yourself in every room you walk into. So in this video, I'm breaking down 7 reasons why the less you say, the more she wants you. And by the end, you're gonna look back at conversations you've had and realize exactly where you killed the tension without knowing it. Let's get into it. Number 1, silence is power. Most guys give away for free. Think about the most powerful people you've ever seen in a room. A great leader, a confident coach, the guy at a party who everyone gravitates toward. What do they all have in common? They don't fill every second with noise. They speak when it matters. And because of that, when they do speak, people lean in. Most guys do the opposite. They get nervous and they talk to cover the nerves. They ramble, they over-explain. They try to fill every gap in the conversation because silence feels dangerous to them. But here's what's actually happening. She's reading your energy, not your words, your energy. And when your energy says, I'm scared of silence, she feels it. Even if you say all the right things, the desperation behind the words leaks through. The guy who can sit in silence without flinching, who can look at her and just smile without rushing to say something clever, that guy communicates one thing without saying a word. I'm comfortable with myself. And that is one of the most attractive things a woman can feel from a man. Number 2, oversharing kills mystery, and mystery is the engine of attraction. Here's the truth. Women don't fall for what they already know. They fall for what they want to find out. Mystery is the hook. Curiosity is what keeps her thinking about you when you're not around. And most guys destroy this in the first conversation without realizing it. They share their whole life story, their job, their goals, their past relationship, their family drama, their plans for the next 5 years. Bro, relax. She's not your therapist. She's not your journal. She's someone you just met. When you give everything away in round 1, there's nothing left for round 2. There's no reason for her to come back and find out more. You have to think of yourself like a good show. The best ones give you just enough to want the next episode. They don't dump the entire season on you in the first 10 minutes. You don't need to be mysterious in a fake, trying too hard way. You just need to not overshare. Talk about what excites you. Give her glimpses. Let her ask questions. Let there be things she doesn't know yet. That space between what she knows and what she wants to know, that's where attraction lives. Number 3, the man who talks less is automatically assumed to be more. This is wild, but pay attention. When a guy talks a lot, especially when he's nervous, people start to unconsciously discount what he says. The value of words goes down when there are too many of them. But the guy who only speaks when he has something real to say, every word carries weight. She hangs on it. She replays it later. She tells her friends about this thing he said like it was the most profound sentence she's ever heard. And it might have been totally normal. It just landed differently because of how he delivered it. Calm, slow, without needing a reaction. Women are deeply attracted to men who feel like there's more beneath the surface. When you talk constantly, you're handing her everything. There's nothing beneath the surface because you've shown her everything. But when you're selective, thoughtful, a little quiet, she starts wondering, what's he thinking? What's going on in there? Who is this guy really? That question is attraction, and you create it by saying less. Number 4, emotional reactions give away your leverage without you knowing it. This is huge. Pay attention. Every time you react too fast, too loudly, too eagerly, you're handing over leverage. You're showing her exactly how much she affects you. And while that sounds romantic, it's actually the opposite of attractive in the early stages. Think about it. If she makes a slightly flirty comment and you immediately go, "Oh my God, you're dangerous, I can't handle you." What did you just communicate? That she already has you, that she doesn't need to do anything else, that you're caught. And the second a woman knows she's got you completely, the chase is over. and the chase is the point. The grounded man responds, not reacts. She says something flirty, he smiles, maybe raises an eyebrow, maybe says, "Look at you," and keeps going with the conversation. He doesn't make a big deal out of it. He doesn't perform excitement. He just acknowledges it and stays calm. That calm response is more attractive than any comeback you could write in your notes app. Number 5. Available 24/7 signals no life, and no life is not attractive. Bro, let me be honest with you. If you respond to every message within 30 seconds, morning, night, weekends, during work, while you're out with friends, she starts to build a picture, and that picture is a guy with nowhere to be and nobody else to be with. Women are drawn to men with lives, real lives, purpose, routines, friendships, goals, not because they want you to ignore them, but because a man with direction is a man with value, and value is attractive. When you take a couple of hours to reply because you were actually doing something, working out, working, hanging with people you care about, eating a real meal, not staring at your phone, that gap communicates something powerful. He has a life. He has momentum. He doesn't revolve around me. And I promise you, she'll respect you for it. Respond when you're free, not out of game playing, out of actually living. There's a massive difference. One is manipulation. The other is just being a man who has something going on, and the second one is what she actually wants. Number 6, the things you don't say in an argument define your attractiveness more than anything. This one is underrated, and most guys blow it completely. You get into a tense moment with her, maybe a disagreement, maybe she's being difficult, maybe she's testing you, and your instinct is to explain yourself, to defend, to justify, to talk more. Stop. The urge to over-explain in conflict comes from insecurity, from needing her to understand you, from needing her not to be upset with you. And that need, that emotional desperation to fix it with words, is what makes her lose respect for you. The grounded man stays calm. He says less. He doesn't run after her energy. He doesn't panic when there's tension. He addresses things simply, directly, with no drama. He says what needs to be said, and then he lets it sit. He doesn't beg for resolution. He trusts himself enough to know the situation will settle. That level of emotional control is devastating in the best way. It's rare. Most men fall apart the second there's conflict. But the man who can hold his composure when things get heated, who can speak without raising his voice or rambling through 10 justifications, that man becomes the safe one, the trustworthy one, the one she keeps coming back to. Number 7. And this is the one most guys completely miss. Silence after the right moment creates more attraction than any word you could say. You make her laugh hard, like that lean forward, eyes crinkled, can't stop smiling kind of laugh. Most guys immediately jump to the next joke. They try to keep the energy going. They get excited and push it. But the grounded man, the one who actually understands how this works, he does something different. He lets the moment breathe. He looks at her, smiles, doesn't say anything, just exists in that moment with her. And in that silence, something happens. She feels him, not his words, not his performance, him. That pause after the right moment is more powerful than an hour of conversation. It tells her you're comfortable enough not to fill every second, confident enough to let the moment speak, and present enough to actually be there with her instead of already thinking about your next line. That stillness is magnetic. That's what separates the guy she remembers from the dozen guys she forgets. Here's the bottom line. Less is more. Not because talking is bad, not because you should be cold or distant, but because when you stop trying to fill every gap with words and effort and availability, something shifts, the pressure disappears, your energy settles, and she starts to feel something she can't quite explain. She thinks about the conversation later. She wonders what you meant. She replays your expression. She tells her friend about this guy who was just different somehow. Not louder, not flashier, just different. That's what you're building toward. Not a performance, a presence. A man who doesn't need to say everything because who he is says enough. If you've ever talked too much and felt the vibe shift afterward, drop it in the comments. Trust me, we've all been there. And if you want to take this further, the next video is about the 7 habits that build that kind of grounded energy in your everyday life, the stuff women notice before you open your mouth. Go watch it. You're going to feel that one too.
Peace.